speaking of flowchart,
We got to move along into the losers bracket. Now over to losers quarters. Looks like 9SuperPIE beat Beast to go ahead and fight ConCon here. So let's see how well that Wario stacks up against ConCon's Midman.
and Minmin's a tough cookie to crack. A tough fortune cookie at the very least, and trying to find the paper inside is you're in for a long one at the very least.
Whatever it's worth, though, I do feel like 9SuperPIE opting to go in with his Wario is one of the best choices he could make, because Wario does have that air mobility that allows him to navigate around the arms and stay aggressive.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just 9SuperPIE being able to do things like that, cover Minmin's ways to get back to ledge, and just kind of linger exactly where Minmin doesn't want you to be. Which Wario Nair certainly does a phenomenal job of doing, given how long it's active for.
The aerial play with Wario is just an integral piece to the character's kit. Here, it ends up further proving to be of value, because with very little effort, 9SuperPIE takes the lead.
Yeah, just keeps poking and prodding and then getting out before the damage can be done in return. And it just feels like Connor is forced to return to the corner every time he feels in danger, because it's so hard to mess with Wario when he's floating around in between these two PS2 platforms. Oh, but there's the
Talking about floating between, lots of damage built up, and it's just Nine staying on the aggressive. And he's putting himself actually in a fantastic position where he's right outside that range where Minmin can properly find a punish, be it at the long range where her arms are covering or the short range where up smash should cover. And because of that, ConCon's forced to move around back and forth at Nine's whim. Look at this 3-1 lead already.
Yeah, and it's 3-1, basically just how you draw it up. Like, I'm going to jump in on Minmin, I'm going to get my combos going, force her off stage, we'll either rinse, repeat. So this is finally ConCon getting something going for him with, off these nairs and off these grabs. But if you're not able to kill Wario, which is certainly hard to do given his weight, then you have to contest with Waft. Oh, okay, footstool. Just boop.
Gotta love the cheeky play. Don't think it was intentional, though, because it ended up giving up all that ledge control that Nine was doing such a good job of holding on to. Although, all things considered, he's still in a pretty good spot. He shouldn't be dying to back throw here. Yeah, no, not even close. And he's got the max off. He's okay, depending on even if ConCon can take these first two stocks. Although, that's still something he would need to do, but he's going to have to look to do it in Game 2. Very convincing 3 stock from 9SuperPIE to open up the set.
Yeah, this is going to be on ConCon to reach into his pockets a little bit, I feel like. That Minmin game, it simultaneously looked like 9SuperPIE knew how to play around Minmin and knew how to play around characters that want to control space. 9SuperPIE being familiar with that kind of playstyle, since he also plays Wii Fit Trainer. So when going air to air, might as well switch to the Witch that is able to do the same thing in a lot of ways. If your opponent's jumping a lot, Afterburner Kick is an incredible intercept, as he immediately gets punished for it. But
You know, this is a very interesting matchup because you have a ton of aerial play. Both of these characters just live and breathe how well they can anti-air as well as how well they can air-to-air as far as their combos are concerned. But one struggle that we've already seen from ConCon in tonight's top 8 is difficulty with killing with Bayonetta. He can't really afford to give extra time to 9SuperPIE.
No, not at all. As we see 9SuperPIE able to just change playstyles on a dime. He's still jumping around, as Wario tends to do, but you see him shielding a lot more, and you see him waiting a little bit, because as soon as Bayonetta gets her touch, it's a touch of death for sure.
Yeah, so far Game 2 looking super good for ConCon. Not a lot of damage built up onto him, and he's just playing very freely across Battlefield, which I do think is actually a really good pick here, given the swap over to Bayonetta.
Yeah, he's playing around these platforms super good. He may be in the corner, but Bayonetta just has better ways to get out of the corner and threaten Wario's airspace. He certainly did. Only 33, but he's able to get 33, a ton more. And great SDI. If without it, he was dead.
Yeah, no, man's dropped like a rock. ConCon's going to have to be very aware of that moving forward, because if he's fighting against a competent opponent when it comes to FDI and combos, he's going to have to find a lot of his damage out of either mixing up the combos themselves or some pretty good reads.
It seems like Connor's favoring the latter a little bit, as he was doing a lot of coverage with back air, but 9SuperPIE doing some reading of his own with that roll-in, scouted out heavily. And he's a Wario character. Well, he's Mario-style character, so he's got a good up smash.
Yeah, no, that's a hell of a call out there. Let's see what 9 can do while he's trying to bring things back here. Gets the half loft. It's not going to kill it. Almost threatened kill, though. But it deals plenty of damage. And this game is, relatively speaking, pretty even, especially as 9 does a good job of holding center stage.
Yeah, just, waiting and baiting out that aggressive play. And Connor, again, okay, second verse, same as the first, though, getting punished for that dash attack.
Generally speaking, Bayonetta doesn't have the greatest of approach tools. Dash attack definitely being at the lower end of those options.
Yeah,
it's just too laggy on shield.
Yeah, and it really looks like Connor is just kind of to bait out the 50-50 that can come with dash attack or dash grab. Both are decent whiff punishes and decent and potential kill options, but he does find the bullet arts, able to try and make something of this lead yet again, but that's another dash attack. I gotta be careful with those.
Yeah. ConCon's playing a little brash, but like he's got the lead. He can afford to do so.
Yeah, especially since he's coming off ledge aggressively, finding these backers on the drift in and covering these platforms super well. When 9SuperPIE is in the air, that's where Connor wants him to be. He wants to play on these platforms, but it looks like he knows this and has been doing a great job of finding his way to the ground and using Wario's good anti-air buttons while also challenging when Connor least expects it. Speaking of anti-airs, that was risky business.
Really good piloting from 9 there, making sure to avoid the up smash. And in general, I feel like 9 needs to be a little bit more careful about how he comes in from the air. We're constantly seeing Fair getting punished on block. Normally a safe poking tool, but proving to not be the case against ConCon. And I love the use of bullet climax, especially when you consider that the bike is just going to soak up all of those hits, get exploded early, and leave Wario worse for wear when he's deep out near the blast zone.
Now we just see some dash dancing, but the full waft has come just in time. now this game's even.
Gotta be mindful of those jumps. ConCon on the hunt here. One back air will do it. And the up tilted back air is going to seal the deal. We're going into game 3.
Yeah, not the sweet spot, but didn't need it with the with good DI from 9SuperPIE, but game 3 it is, and game 3 we'll see. Maybe another character from Connor, or no, just 9SuperPIE running it straight back to Battlefield. He's confident in that Wario, and no reason to switch from Bayonetta on one of her best stages.
Yeah, no, this all makes sense. And I feel like 9 didn't play the matchup especially poorly. Like, he was finding his hit kills just fine, but he does need to be mindful about those fairs on shield. Fair and air, not as safe as they could be, especially when you consider that ConCon's always going to be on the hunt to find which twist out of shield to get those combos started.
It looks like he missed his fast fall off of up air, which some missed damage on both players' parts, but as we return to neutral and hunting for that dash back, but Connor getting punished repeatedly for all of these tech chases, for these afterburner kicks, and yeah, good job on not challenging on that top platform. Just get to the ground and see if you can reset the situation.
I think one thing that 9 figured out is that he can catch these heel slides aggressively, and he's making ConCon pay the price as far as damage is concerned, because we haven't even seen like too big of a combo game from 9 in this game 3, but look how much damage he's managed to rack up.
Yeah, it's been enough, and it's been just hit and a couple 3-hit combos over and over, and you get to see Wario's damage output and his knockback growth with that up smash taking another stock. Anti-airs are pretty good against Bayonetta, who is almost constantly looking to air.
Yeah. No, this matchup's very even on the regards that they both get to play in that airspace so effectively. Like, any situation that you could list that Deo loves when she's on the offensive matches for Wario just fine.
First time we're seeing dive kick in the set thus far, not able to get anything off of it, but it does apply good pressure, yet 9SuperPIE gets a chance to play with the lead a little bit, and to let Connor do his empty hopping and do his jumping, because at 135, you're still feeling rather comfy against Bayonetta, even back air not killing, but without his air dodge, he's unable to go through the bullet climax.
Overall, I feel like when ConCon actually gets his game going, he's playing it out rather well. He seems really comfortable once the stage is his. but getting the stage to be within his control is proving to be a very difficult task against 9, especially as 9 has opted to either hold center stage and fight outwards, as is the traditional way to play Battlefield, or playing along the ledge and looking to just get some sort of spicy damage, but a really early kill is going to help ConCon.
I mean, you were saying it right there. When Connor gets something started, he's really, like, looks fluid in his setups and in following DI and all that Bayonetta stuff. It's finding the hit that's been the trouble. 9SuperPIE playing incredibly evasive, and still is. It's not a bad game plan to go for. But on hit, Connor has been looking absolutely phenomenal. And he's showing it off not only with that edge guard, but maybe even if he gets a chance to snowball. But you do have to wonder about that Wario waft and be cautious about Connor's future should he drop this stock.
Yeah, no, this game is definitely even. Once that stock count equalizes, ConCon's got to be much more careful. Here, he's playing a bit aggressive, but he's got a comfortable enough lead to do so with.
Any damage is good damage against Wario, because you're expecting to do at least another 100. And with up B out of shield, now the script has been flipped. 9SuperPIE is getting a little bit desperate with some of these back airs, while Connor's being very, very patient and punishing them out of shield with not even just the simple Bayonetta bread and butters.
Hey, he's not even going for full combos. He's not really given the opportunity to do so because we've seen that 9 is actually super good SDI, especially on Afterburner Kick, which playing a heavier character, being able to get out of those situations for free is really good, but almost not for free. Excellent DI coming back.
Right, it's getting, that snowball is starting to roll into a mighty big one, and it's not over, but 162 is it's a tall mountain to climb, and this forward throw, still not going to do it without the rage. Yeah, calling out.
Polyconics get it done though. Okay.
And he called out the early air dodge with the full hop bullet climax. He caught 9SuperPIE air dodging early to fall through it with just a normal neutral air dodge. Yet fast fall into that same bullet charge and getting just enough time, which is great spacing on Connor's part, to get the fully charged bullets that will definitely kill.